Hey, it's Jana, back from my 1-week dashboard break. After last week's episode, I needed some R&R. We got into it with Intel, got a heads up on what movie time may look like, some epic product drop announcements, and what products are getting dropped. A lot went on, so click here to watch it and get caught up. Today, we're going to talk stock and shutdowns in Silicon Valley, Scorsese, product delays and updates, and you know what? I'll probably mention Intel. So, let's fire up the dashboard. Following the move that Apple made earlier this year, last week Tesla decided to do a 5-to-1 stock split, and the shares went wild. In the past year, Tesla has seen a stock price increase of 500%, and currently stocks are going for over $1,500 a pop. If you're a buyer, this doesn't change your situation much. What it does do is lower the cost of an individual sale so that younger retail investors can afford to add Tesla to their portfolio and get a toe into this market. Another California company, Uber, is facing changed policy as it deals with the state about their employment status of their drivers. Most of us have been part of the gig economy from time to time, but how does one work as a full-time gigger? In California, the state is moving to make gig companies such as Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash responsible for their drivers as employees, not independent contractors. These labor rights entitle drivers to expenses, minimum wage, unemployment insurance, and a few other benefits. If the state court bill is passed, Uber will have just 10 days to comply. Uber has already responded in the hope that the appeals court will block enforcement of the law while their counter case proceeds. If their counter is not accepted, they may be forced to shut down and restructure in California, possibly until November of this year. Don't worry, we'll still get our Uber Eats, right?
We better.
We goddamn better. On our drops and delays radar, we've got a few things coming up. Bad news first. While the console launch of the Xbox Series X is still on track for this November, a worldwide ship date and price have not been disclosed. Initially, with the code name Project Scarlet, this hardware isn't following the usual exclusive release pattern as its predecessors. The Xbox Series X is set to release with 50 compatible titles for players to enjoy. Unfortunately, for first shooter fans, Halo Infinite isn't going to make the anticipated holiday 2020 release and instead has been moved back to 2021.
Wait, what?
Yeah, right? The company is citing pandemic-related complications as a main factor in the delay. Xbox is promising over 40 legacy games newly optimized for their systems, and some of these include Gears 5, Destiny 2, Forza Horizon 4, and Madden NFL 21. There's a lot to keep you entertained, and yeah, still a bummer. Microsoft is ready to ship the Surface Duo starting September 10th of this year. Yep, this is their first Android phone, not including the Nokia X, and it will cost you a casual $1,400 US. The spec sheet is already causing a bit of a stir, so let's get the rundown. The phone is made of two 5.6-inch panels connected to a 360-degree joint. It has an 11-megapixel camera, 128 to 256 gigabytes of storage, and a 3,577 milliamp battery, all powered by the Snapdragon 855. The phone comes with a USB-C port, one speaker, a fingerprint reader, Android 10, and support for a pen input. So far, it's only for sale in the US, sold unlocked and for AT&T users. While some consumers are excited to see this addition to the Surface line, as always, we've got some skeptics. For a phone with two screens, the battery is remarkably small, and critics point to the thin design being valued higher. In use, the two jointed screens are awkwardly large, and usability, writing, and texting might get weird. And most importantly, does it pass the pocket test? Perhaps the most technical test to see if new phones will fly on the market is if it fits in the Comet Pen pocket. Jury and jeans are still out. Although, does anyone even wear jeans? Like, I heard denim took a huge dip in the market.
What about Bendgate? Is it going to bend in our pocket?
I hope not, actually. The Apple TV Netflix competition is heating up as both companies are calling dibs for the works of some big-name directors like Scorsese. These first-look contracts give Apple first right of refusal from anything in Scorsese's Cicalia Productions company collections. So, keep your eyes peeled for some gangster films coming your way. With all the moving and shaking in the R&D departments, it's rare that we take a minute to compare products that are equally accessible. Blog and NanTech compiled a list of the best CPUs for workstations out there, and Intel barely made the top 5. Sadly enough, this has little to do with their product's value. It's really just because they're so scarce or marked up. They're like the unicorn of CPUs. Everyone talks about them, but we never see them. More mature metaphor coming your way. Now that we're in a somewhat quiet period with no update cycles on the immediate horizon, emphasis on immediate, AnandTech took some time to compare what we've got. The Threadripper 3rd Gen took most of the top spots, especially for customers that want more core. Most brands keep their highest core products for their enterprise lines, but AMD offers a 64 count unit in their consumer line, and these kinds of considerations don't go unnoticed from a wide user base. The article did make a few honorable mentions to Intel, but at this point with their production shortages, it's kind of a we would if we could scenario. What processor are you using in your workstation right now? Comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Hold that thought though, because Huawei just recently dropped their 24-core 7nm Kunpeng CPU. With the addition of this processor, the Kunpeng 920, internally known as Pangu, beats Intel's Core i9-9900K, especially in multi-core performance. Like, do you think we can go one episode without mentioning Intel?
I'm still confused about Pangu. Is that pasta sauce?
I don't know, but I'm really hungry, so I'm like, can you cut it out? The Pangu is based on ARM's Neoverse N1 architecture and offers core configurations from 24 to 64 cores that run between 2.4 and 3 gigahertz. TSMC was producing these for Huawei's 7nm process, but due to controversy with the Chinese tech giant, they followed US regulations and cut ties. To beef up this processor, Huawei is pairing it with 8 gigabytes of SODIMM memory, 512 gigabyte Samsung SSD, and AMD's Radeon 520 mobile graphics cards. There's just a lot going on, but we're liking the sound of it so far. Coming up on Code Red is an all-apps package of Adobe's Creative Cloud for 1 full year. So far, only 1 or 2 of you have signed up for the giveaway.
You're missing 3 zeros.
Exactly. If you're not sure how to sign up, click this link here. Also, to not miss out on opportunities as they come up, subscribe to our channel, like our videos, check us out on social, and on our website, monolithgroup.ca. That's it for this episode of Dashboard, our 10th. Aw, yeah! But I'll be back just before you know it. I'm Jana, this is Dashboard, and I'll see you next week.